Hi, Pastor Jerry here, Crossroads Church of Cleveland. It's time once again to meet at the Crossroads. Today's devotional comes from Matthew 22, and it's really verses 15 through 22 that I'm looking at. There's one part in here where the Pharisees had tried to trap. It's actually two groups, the Pharisees and the Herodians. The Pharisees hated Rome and wanted Israel to be in charge of Israel instead of Rome, and the Herodians were exactly the opposite. They fully supported Rome and liked them being in charge there and supported them being in charge. And so they came together. They hated each other, but they came together in order to try to trap Jesus. And what they did is ask, the question was, should they pay taxes to Caesar? Here it is in verse 17. It says, "Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it right to pay the imperial tax to Caesar or not?" And it's funny because before that, they give him a lot of, I call it poisonous praise. They give him false praise, trying to build him up or butter him up. And you got to be aware of poisonous praise, false praise, and you have to watch it in your lives and watch those who are giving you false praise because they have ulterior motives, just like the Herodians and Pharisees did here. And their question about paying taxes to Caesar, they wanted to see who was going to be first, who had the first priority. And so Jesus asked them to give him a coin, and it had the picture of Caesar on it. And he said to them, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." This is the most excellent answer because what he's saying is the government has its place, and there are things that we ought to do as citizens, but don't make that your God. You just do what you need to do there, and then move on. Don't make that the focus of your life. So many of us today are making government the focus of our lives with everything going on. It's wrong. You give to God what is God's, and God deserves your first and your best. So give your first and your best to God. Don't make the government your first. Don't make it your idol. Don't make it a God before the one true God, and you'll be okay. It'll be all right. I promise you that we'll get through this time of craziness and upheavals and riots and pandemics and everything if you just keep God first and keep the right place and right priority in your life. I hope this encourages you. I hope it strengthens you today, that you have a good day, a godly day, and a joyful day. Remember that I love you. I'm praying for you each and every day, and I can't wait till we once again meet at the crossroads.